Hey guys, what's up? It's ours, and I'm back with Asagao Kami. So let's just do this. As chill word of early spring faded and warmth stretched across Asagao, I itched to go outside with Satch's book in hand. I took to the streets. Since many people realized how rare this moment was, most of the usual benches and grassy spots were taken. Yeah, that makes sense. I kept walking until I came to the soccer field. There was a practice game being held. PBG and his friend Jiff were running across the field. Being a skirmish, the bleachers were almost completely empty. Students scattered the shiny metal seats, but there was more than enough room for me. In one swift motion, practiced many times over my life, I sat down, spun my backpack into the space next to me, and pulled out my book. I was nearly done with it, and I wanted to see if I could finish it today. It was due a few days ago, so I was under pressure. At a pause in my reading, I looked up to watch PBG on the field. A shock of color at the base of the bleachers caught my eye. It looked like some kind of metallic candy wrapper, and a pang of annoyance struck me. There was a trash can nearby. Why litter? But as I jumped down the steps of the bleacher and nearly slipped off one, it became clear that it wasn't trash. The colors changed at the angle of the light did. It was an iridescent purple figure, itty bitty and a kitty. Was it Gerard's? He was the only person I knew who collected them. I held it up to the nearest student, who shook his head. I was free for a while. Gerard was really into the IBK scene, so if it wasn't his, he'd probably know who it belonged to. One problem, I had no idea where his room was. Conveniently, at that moment, PBG ran off the field to get a drink. I approached him, holding the key in front of myself like a talisman.
Hey!
Hey, PBG! Do you know Gerard's room number? I think he dropped this. I held the kitty up again, and it glimmered in the sun, much like PBG just now. What with all the physical activity? Oh, Gerard was just here. It has to be his. I asked him to bring me my goalie gloves. I wasn't ready to take McJones' place today. His room is right across from mine. Oh, great. Thank you so much.
Hey!
Hurry up, PBG. PBG groaned. It wasn't much of a break.
See ya.
Gotta go. Good luck. He took a huge gulp from his water bottle, then poured the rest on his head and jumped back into the game. His teammate patted him on the back as he rejoined them. I placed the IBK into my uniform's Lilliputian pocket and headed to the Bluebell. As I entered Bluebell House, a passing boy frowned at me. Was even allowed to be here by myself? Yeah, that's a typo. Oh well, it's a free game, what can I say? I shook my head. There was no time to be afraid. Today I had a mission. Just as PBG said, there was a door right across his room. I knocked and fished the IBK from my pocket. Oh, damn it. Shane answered the door, not all pleased to see me. Hi Shane, how are you doing? He was Gerard's roommate? Oh why was he Gerard's roommate? I tried to laugh to defuse the situation, but it was weak. I felt like I was only making things worse. I didn't know what went on in Shane's mind. He looked at the IBK in my hands. Gerard should be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'll just wait in the common room. When he gets back, you can tell him to try and find me. I could read downstairs. Even if it took Gerard an hour to get back, I could keep myself occupied. Shane sighed and leaned back against the doorframe. I could tell him, but it wouldn't be much easier if you waited here. But it would be much easier if you waited in here. He put his hand out, gesturing me inside. Alright, thanks. Ooh, decency. Yo, decency. Wait, is that this is decent. Look at those are. But I love stuffed animals. Though, that's a pretty good picture. Huh? Damn! I entered the room and stood smack in the middle of it. Shane plopped into a chair in front of what must have been his desk. I sat down in what I assumed to be Gerard's chair on the opposite side. Shane swiveled around and started to click something on his laptop. Seeing as he wasn't much for small talk, I turned to observe in the room. Their room was well decorated, one could say. There were a lot of itty-bitty kitties, each arranged neatly with its brief referent of similar design. Every empty space not filled with school-related objects was covered by the pads of a cute little cat, or at least the sealed box of one. Even parts of Shane's shelves had IBK on them. I had to admit, it was kind of endearing. Something about the dedication required was sweet. Do you collect itty bitty kitties too? Not really. They're Gerard's. I don't mind. I see. It's kind of niche. I'm surprised you're into them. Oh no, I don't collect them. I just found this one on the side of the field. PBG said Gerard was there earlier, so I came to find out whether it was his. My hastiness to disown the figure did not go unnoticed by Shane, who made a face at me. If it's not Gerard's, he'll probably know whose it is, right? It's probably Gerard's. Let's be honest, probably Gerard's. I smoothed my thumb over the plastic kitty absent-mindedly. Shane returned to whatever he was doing online. I conferred with the figure in my hand. Hey, why don't you get on the camera, me boy? Come on, let's go. Come on, look. These videos aren't taken seriously. Nobody like, what's good? What's really good? All right, now get the fuck out.
What the fuck are you playing?
Asagao Kami.
Okay.
Yeah.
I came down and asked if you want some handles.
Do I have to go?
No, we're taking Michonne though with us. So.
Could you give me the Blue Moon milkshake?
Blue Moon shake.
Yeah. Right. Sweet, thanks. All right, now back to. Rude. All right, now back to the game.
Like this.
Oh, I thought you flipped it off. No. Nah, JK. Yeah. So yeah. Sorry about that, guys. But who really watches it? Who's a pretty kitty? Who's a pretty kitty? You are. Gerard came back about 2 minutes later.
Hey, Shane.
Hey, Shane. And Hannah? He held out 2 coffees in his hand. Suddenly, he turned pink. And what are you doing in here? Alone. Together. We're not doing anything. Hannah was looking for you.
Really?
Really? How can I help, Hannah? He gave a coffee to Shane and offered the other one to me. Here, take mine. I would have gotten you one too if I knew you were here. That's really nice of you, but no thanks. I just came to see if this was yours. For what felt like the 10th time in the last half an hour, I displayed the itty bitty kitty.
Oh, wow!
Oh, yeah! Gerard almost dropped his coffee as he leaped forward. I lost this today. Where did you find it? It was near the field. PBG told me you were there earlier, so I wanted to give it back to you. I handed the figure to Gerard, who looked about ready to kiss it.
You're the best.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you. You didn't have to do this, but you did, and I don't know what I would have done without you. It wasn't any trouble at all. It looked pretty rare.
They're special.
It's not as rare as you would think, but it's very special to me. I'm so glad you were the one to find it. I shouldn't have been so careless, you know? Don't beat yourself up about it. What matters now is that you have it back. Maybe zip up your pockets next time.
I promise.
You bet I'll take a load of precautions to make sure this never happens again. He placed it delicately on the shelf with the other keys that had the same iridescent properties. Gerard looked at me while I viewed his hard-earned semblance.
Right.
Gerard, you dummy. How rude of you not to at least introduce you to my collection. Sorry. In this room, I have 247 itty bitty keys of every shape and size. Holy fuck. I ain't gonna judge. Pokemon has 720, but one costs a lot more money. If you're collecting the TCG, yeah, but I mean, I ain't gonna judge. Whatever. This is the newest set, the Catastrophes. The Catastrophes? They're a band. They're really popular right now. I traded my rare extras for these the other day. The one you brought back to me is from a set of 4 that are called Obsolescence. Currently, they're the only shinies. They were so pretty, my gaze fixated on them. I'm just missing the last Obsolescence. It's a purple one, Princess Pumpernickel. I've tried everywhere, but no one has them in stock. But there's only 3 copies in the world, so it's not really surprising. It's more surprising that I managed to get these ones. I have one of the most complete collections in the world. People think that the Case company gave me the newest figures, but I earn all my IBK. I can tell this took a lot of work. I'm amazed at how much effort you put into this. He sighed heavily and sat down on his bed.
Completed.
Thanks, Hannah. I just wish I could get the last figure. I could finish my collection, and the kitties would have all their friends together in one place. I wish I could help. Don't worry about it, Hannah. This is my battle to fight. Yes, it is, boy. I nodded, then glanced at my watch.
See you later.
Oh, I should go. I really want to finish my book today, but if you ever need help, I'm here. I stood up, then waved to the both of them.
Bye.
Bye, Hannah. Thanks again.
Bye.
Hold up. See ya. Hold up. No, edit scene. Bam. Right there. You know what? That's perfect. I mean, it's slightly cutting off his eyebrow. Whatever. If it gets worse, I'll adjust the face cam to see it. See ya. Thankfully, I managed to finish my book. It took more time than I expected, though, and by the time I got back to my room, it was dark outside. When I opened the door to my room, the lights were off. I flicked them on, and the huddled form of Maya hugging a stuffed purple bear appeared on her bed.
Hello.
I'm back. Maya glanced at me, then buried her face in her bear. Was she sulking? It was unlike her to be so unenergetic. You alright? Huh. That doesn't sound very okay. Maya glanced at me again, her face a light shade of pink, like she was holding her breath. You know, you can tell me anything. You've helped me out a lot, so it's the least I can do in return, right? Besides, we're friends. Yeah. Maya sighed and threw the bear on the floor where it lay as if screaming in agony. It's not fair. It's not fair. She sighed again. I know it's terrible to think like this, but even though I'm really happy for you, getting to be friends with those guys, it's just not fair. Those guys? Who? The Armor Boots Club?
I can't believe this.
It's just that I've been a fan of them for so long, and I've loved Jared forever, and then here you come, out of the blue, with pink hair, just like that. You're friends. She snapped her... But here I've been trying this whole time, and Jared didn't even know my name. I know I'm being stupid and I feel bad, but I still... Maya... They're your friends too. It's understandable. Some friend you are. Okay. No. It's understandable. They're your friends too. Look, let's be honest. Some friend you are. Fuck that. No. I can't pull that card now. Even if I don't like her, I can't pull that card now. I'm stuck in this room with her, and I don't have much money to afford a separate room, so I'm stuck in this room with her, so I can't say that. It's understandable. They're your friends too. I mean, let's be honest. At a time of need, even if I'm not here, they'd help. They're your friends too. Maya smiled weakly at me. They wouldn't be my friends if it wasn't for you. Okay, yeah. So? That's how a lot of people meet friends. It's from other people. Hell, that's how a lot of people meet friends. Come on, you can't be thinking like that. There isn't logic in that statement. The past one, okay. This one, there's no logic in that statement. Maya, I'm gonna sleep. Alright, go to bed. I mean, no matter what I said, she would have been upset. So I'm happy with what I said. Without even taking off her uniform, I turned off the light and walked to the bear she threw in the middle of the room. I'm sorry, too. I said it quietly, but even as the words left my lips, I knew they were a lie. No reason not to be sorry. I mean, no reason to be sorry, and no reason not to be not sorry. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. Despite our slight confrontation last night, Maya was as peppy as usual. The next day, it seemed like there was no reason for me to worry, but that didn't mean I didn't. The bell rang and class started. Miss Shizuka wrote origami flowers on the board in an ornate script, then turned to glare at the class.
Class?
The flower festival is only a few days away. It's time to start folding flowers to sell for the school. We do this every year, guys. I don't want to hear any groans. You're free to write me an essay on the importance of these funds for the school if you'd rather not participate. A few students rolled their eyes, but I smiled. It sounded like fun, you know. And I hadn't folded origami in years. I'm handing out practice sheets because I know how bad you guys are at origami. I'm only going to teach you once, so pay attention. Shizuka returned in front of the class, picking an ornate green paper. As she instructed the class, I realized that these were the most basic version of origami flowers. I was already familiar with them. I folded my practice paper with ease while Shizuka roamed the room, helping the students who struggled to follow along. These creases are weak! Kindergartners could do this better than this. Hell, my ex could do better than this. Sadness passed across Miss Shizuka's face. She turned to the boy next to her and slammed her hand on his desk. You need to be better. Be better for everyone's sake. It seemed like quite a few students were having trouble. I went to the front of the class to get some new paper, passing John on the way back to my seat. His paper caught my eye.
Hey!
You folded this the wrong way. Your flower is going to be narrow if you keep folding. I'll be honest with you, Hannah. I have no idea what I'm doing. Help me. He kind of looked like he was about to cry. I knelt by his desk, unfolding and refolding his paper. This looks perfect. You're so good at origami. Did you have to make flowers at your old school too? No, I used to do origami a lot when I was younger. I guess muscle memory just kicked in. Thanks though.
Really?
Really? What an odd skill to have. I mean, is it? I mean, it's muscle memory. PLS. John clasped a hand around my wrist. Stay with me. Help me. Sure, if you need it.
Yeah!
I knew I could count on you. Thank you. And you're a goddess. I can't. If she needs me, just gonna have to go. Sorry. I spent the entire rest of the class period slowly doling out lessons to John and PBG. I offered to help Shane, but he turned away from me instead, watching over John's shoulder. I kept my movements large and exaggerated so he could see too. It was nice to feel useful. When class was over, I headed back to the dorms with Maya. We had a long night ahead of us, filled with homework and the possible reward of chocolate ice cream should we finish on time. About what I'm gonna get, except it's not chocolate. But before I got far, someone called my name.
Hana!
Hannah! Jeff? Is everything okay? Hey, the Norvis Club has a meeting today and PBG forgot to take his soccer uniform with him. He held up a blue and gold uniform. He won't have much time to change before practice. If he doesn't have this, I have to run down to the field, to change before practice if he doesn't have this. And I have to run down to the field. Can you take it for me? Of course we can. Yeah, look, let's be honest. That's not that bad. Look, look at the camera. That ain't that bad. No, that's fine. You can't, it's not even walking her face. Maya grabbed the uniform from Jeff. Awesome, thanks. He dashed towards the field. Maya turned to me, victory running through her face.
Yay!
Finally, a chance to see Jared in his element. Come on, Hannah, we've got to hurry. I'm not 100% sure you want to see Jared in his element, let's be honest. Let's be honest, okay? Let's be honest. We approached the Noah Boots club room, hearing thumping nervously. At least I assumed Maya was, judging by the way she was fidgeting like a hummingbird on acid. It was. We stepped up to the door and were about to knock when I heard my name on someone's lips. Hannah? I froze and turned to Maya. Her face was lit and she pressed a finger to her lips. She leaned in closer to the door and I followed suit. Dude, I think it's fine. What do you think she's going to do to us? You need to calm down. But it's so pink. No one has hair like that. People can't choose their hair color, Shane. That's a really poor reason to judge someone. I know, but I don't trust people with pink hair. You know there's more to it than just the color. Don't deny. It's like saying I don't trust a black kid. I don't trust a black person with a baby. What the hell are you talking about? Weird things always happen around people with pink hair. Sure, but they're not dangerous. Aren't they? My heart sank. I stepped away from the door. I'm willing to hear more. Hannah. I held up my hand and shook my head. Just when I thought I was beginning to win Shane over. Was this how he truly felt about me? I mean, Shane's a bitch. I'm heading back. But I stepped past her, walking as quickly as I could back to the dorms. Luckily, I didn't pass anyone on my way. I didn't think I could manage small talk about bursting into tears after what happened. I kicked off my shoes and went to my seat and went to set my backpack down on my desk, passing the mirror. I paused as I did so, turning to the mirror, valuing myself on a whole new level. So much grief. My hair caused me so much grief over the course of my life. Now, for some reason, Shane thought I was suspicious. I smoothed my hair with my hands, the shortness of it catching me by surprise. It was softer when it was long. With a sigh, I turned away and collapsed on my bed, hugging Mr. Bunny to my chest. Should I dye my hair, Mr. Bunny? I raised him up, staring into his glassy eyes. Yeah, you're right. I rolled onto my side, squeezing Mr. Bunny to my chest. Hey, if you can afford frickin' to dye your hair, you can afford to get a game for your 40S or get a new suit. You could buy a lot of things. You could even buy some Taco Bell. I wonder, do they have Taco Bells in Japan? I'd assume so. They have McDonald's. I roll onto my side, squeezing Mr. Bunny to my chest. Satch said himself, you don't choose your natural hair color. Mr. Bunny was small against me, and I smiled at him. At least he liked me. Shaking my head, I went to my desk. I had better things to do than mope. Exactly. You're still studying, Hannah. I took my headphones out of my ears and turned to Maya. Our plans for that evening were postponed. I slightly thanked her for not pushing me to keep to them. I wasn't in the mood anymore. Yeah, it's only been a few hours. You haven't moved since I left the room last. She climbed her bed and dangled her hands off the side. At least take a break, okay? Well, I have been meaning to return the book I checked out. It was overdue and I had to do it at some point. I was going to do it today, but after what happened, it was the last thing I wanted to do. That didn't make it any less overdue though. Go do that. Meet me at dinner afterward. If you're going to spend the rest of your life studying, at least be nutritionalized. I stretched, bending backwards to apologize to my back for the hours of arching over my desk. I will have a hunchback by the end of my school career, I was sure. You're right. I'll go. I'll see you at dinner. It was pretty late when I got to the library. No one came at this time unless there was a term paper. Since it was relatively early in the year, the room was barren. Satch was working the desk, as I expected, but he was joined by PBG and Paul. As soon as I saw them, I turned around, trying to walk right back up. But
Hannah.
Hey, Hannah. Unfortunately, my hair also made me stick out like a sort of thumb. I recently joined them at the counter. What's up? Not much. I'm taking a study break to return the book I checked out. I took the book out of my bag and handed it to Satch. That book, I can't help but notice you're reading The Princess Berfuffin. It's good, ain't it? Yeah, I never would have read it without Satch's suggestion, so I have to thank him. He nodded and put the book on the to-be-sorted shelf. No problem. I don't work in the library for nothing. I've another suggestion for you if you need one. No thanks. I want to get back to the dorms. Oh, come on. It's almost dinner. Let him check out this great book for you. Then we can all go to the cafeteria together. Well, alright. That was the last thing I wanted to do, but I was really bad at showing people that I didn't want to talk. Oh, come on. Where are you going to eat with Maya? Come on. If you're going to go eat somewhere, you can't make plans and be like, alright. Like, that's not how it works, okay? Follow me to the fiction section. We set off for the library on an epic quest for adventure and fortune. My mind raced, trying to think of a good excuse so I didn't have to follow them to the cafeteria. Here it is, the Banana Club. Titles can be deceiving. He pulled a bright yellow book off the shelves. The Banana Club was written across in the bold font. Now, I know it sounds stupid. Looks kind of stupid too, honestly. But trust me, one of the most moving books I've ever read. The ending crushed me. He put a fist to his mouth and blinked rapidly. Don't cry now, Satch. I'm gonna stop before I spoil everything. He handed the book to me and I gazed blankly at the cover. Thanks, Satch. And, Hannah? Huh? Are you alright? You don't look very well. I wasn't really, but of course there was no way I was going to tell Satch that I eavesdrops on their private conversation. I'm just feeling a little under the weather. I conjured a fake cough. It sounded pathetic. I think I'm going to skip out on dinner too. I'm not feeling well enough. Satch narrowed his eyes and nodded. If you say so. Do you still want to read this book? Yes, I do. Your suggestions haven't failed me so far. Okay, let me check it out to you real quick so you can get back and rest. When we got back, PBG and Paul were off on the other side of the room, Paul waving a book vehemently at PBG. Satch stepped behind the corner and grabbed my book. You know, if something is bothering you, and you're still getting used to the school, we're all here for you to talk. I know. Transfers have it hardest around here, and everyone knows that. I nodded. He passed the book to me, and I put it in my backpack. Just don't be a stranger, alright? I won't. Thanks, Satch. I'll see you tomorrow. I waved goodbye to him and made my way back to the dorm. Somehow, Satch always knew when I was upset and how to make me feel better. It helped that Paul and PBG weren't acting any different to me than normal either. Maybe it was really just Shane with the problem. Whatever problem that was. Shane's just a little bitch, you know? Hannah! I should probably end this soon. Whatever. I looked up. John was standing just in front of my desk.
Hey!
I was going, yeah?
Yeah.
I need you in my play. Please, Hannah.
What?
What? John grabbed my shoulders, his arm shaking so much I felt like I was vibrating. The drama club, our play this year. We're doing Romeo and Juliet. I've been thinking about it for so long. I couldn't have just anyone, and I wasn't finding someone who fit my particular needs. But then you come along. I've been watching you. I'm sure you can do it. Please, Hannah, I need you. Only you. Do you want me to be Juliet? At least come to see what I've been working on. Please, Hannah. Oh, wait. Yeah. I'll at least come to see what you've been working on. Okay. I'll come and see, I guess.
Yeah!
Oh, Hannah, thank you so much. You're darling. John flung his arms around my neck, then just as quickly let go. I glanced away to hide my face. Sure, I was turning pink. Awesome. This'll be great. Meet me after school in the theater. I've got everything prepared for you. Yeah. Great. Well, now that's so. Come on, Hannah. Let's go to lunch. He hustled out of the room with a bird-like grace. I stared after him. It was like a whirlwind just left. He honestly reminded me a lot of Maya. You coming, Hannah? He poked his head around the corner. Yeah. He might have been spending too much time with that burb. Man, that test today was brutal. I totally bombed it. I failed miserably. PBG held up his paper. There was a big fat red L. A big fat L on her forehead. John winced and slowly raised his own failed exam. The two laughed and high-fived. It's not a big deal. I'll just retake it later. I had way better things to do than study. I never thought I'd pass. Gerard and I did wonderfully. Most of our homeroom did. Maybe your teacher teaches differently. Nope. I got an 89, so it's not Miss Suzuka. These two are just massive idiots. I know, I didn't feel like admitting to my 93, not after seeing how badly John and PBG did.
Awesome!
Wow, that's awesome, Shane. It's like your mind is just made up of for facts. You totally deserve it. Did you get your 97 raised, Gerard? That's not like you at all, Gerard. Gerard laughed sheepishly.
Complete.
Yeah, I got my 100. It would be fair. I would have gotten 100 like normal, but one of the questions could be answered in two ways. I told the teacher and he changed my score accordingly. I think you got a couple points too, Satch. You had to have that 100, didn't you? Did you get a completion bonus? Shit to take a lot of crap from you guys. That's more than enough to make it worth it. I smiled alongside them, still feeling somewhat out of my element. Shane's comments hung over my head even now, but I didn't think there was much I could do about it. Before class, I quickly filled in on John's proposition. Alright. Oh, sweet. We get to talk to her about John's proposition. Proposition. Dope. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.